Now, I'm sure you all know that I am a comic book writer of pure genius ideas. No one else in the world has created such high forms of literature as I. But bow not to me, for I did not start this way. We all begin somewhere. Sometimes it's fan fiction, sometimes it's school projects, sometimes it's a furry romance. Yes, this is a real comic that I drew and wrote. I think I started it in high school, held on to it for a while, eventually posted it on Webtoons. And of course, Webtoons, being the people that read Webtoons, they looked at that and they were like, oh my god, please finish this story. So I did. Actually, let me see what this got rated. Oh my gosh, how did this get such a high rating? It's Webtoons, of course. So today, I'm going to be rereading this. It's one of those fun things that I can do because I technically own all the material, so I can't get copyrighted by myself. All that being said, I didn't realize how long it was. I thought I was just gonna read this whole thing in one fun video, but I might actually have to split this up into parts. Anyway, to give you a basic idea of the story here, this is a story of a girl who fell in love with her dog. By the way, I did all of this with pen sketches just on normal paper. Went into GIMP, which was like this knockoff Photoshop at the time. I think some people still use it. But then I did all the shading and like the word balloons and oh my gosh, look at these awful word balloons. I think at one point eventually I got Clip Art Studio for the first time and then I started using that to do the shading and the word balloons. Also, why did I do this in actual manga format? I didn't have to. My life began and ended with her. What is it, a new sweater? Open it and find out. It's my new boyfriend. He's perfect. You're so happy you're crying. Just remember, he's your responsibility. And she gets him a collar. This is Tanakoto Nori. Let's see, she's a little weird. Come on, roll over like this. Why don't you do it? But I like her anyway. No, hero, down, sit, sit, hero, no, sit, hero, sit. Whatever. That's still kind of funny to me. Because I know so many people who train their dogs like that. Just like constantly giving them a command for the treat and then they just give up and give them the treat anyway. And yeah, that's actually something that my real dog does. I'll be laying down and he'll just jump on top and lay on top of me. Apparently that's something dogs do when they're in the litter. They just like lay on top of each other like it's some kind of game to get on top of the other dog. I don't know. Before I knew it, we had become best friends. It was on that day. Why is this narrated? I hate narration. Our first hike together, hero. What do you think? Woof. She was getting cold. She was getting tired. Getting late. We should head back soon. And I heard it. Oh no, a giant ass wolf. And then the dog goes after him. Hero, no! Bites his paw in midair, I guess. Oh man, I'm so good at drawing animals, guys. This is some classy art. Then they fall off the ledge. Hero! This is just the start of the story, don't worry. He's gonna be okay. Because now he's with the fucking council of the werewolves and they're gonna make him all better. Shameful. A human werewolf defeated by a mere pet. He's been bitten, but we cannot simply give our power to one that doesn't hunt. Our generations of passing on the werewolf hunt would be tainted. You know, I wonder, with that logic, would the human that gets bitten by a werewolf have to be a hunter? Like, would that have to be their hobby, that they go out hunting with their dad or something? That's what you need to be a werewolf? Yet the rules demand our action. I guess the rules of the Werewolf Council. Very well. A human werewolf passes on human switches. We will give him no more than 10. This is gonna get featured once it's colored, but the story alone might do it. Ooh, such a good story, of course! Yes! Please, Webtoons, get me featured. It's freezing. Let's go back already, Haide-kun. This was around a time where I was extra bad at drawing men. He looks so fat. How can you be cold? We've only been hiking for a few minutes. Shut up. If you were a real man, you would have given me your coat. Then they notice, oh no, Is that? He's bleeding. Oh, look at that running action to go save him. Damn, I wanted your coat. Somebody's bleeding in the snow and she's like, damn it, why didn't you give me your coat? You know, right away, I think I wrote this character to be a bit of a bitch. Nearly frozen. We better get him out of here. What is he doing out here? I wonder where he put his clothes. We should take him back to your place. What? Why not yours? I can't bring a naked man to my parents, but your house is usually empty anyway. Alright, so smash cut to them in their house, I guess. Alright, I dressed him in some of my clothes. His injuries don't look too bad, but he's still asleep. So here he is in this incredibly well-drawn room that totally, all the perspective, everything matches. Look, I even drew her reflection in the mirror. That's how you know. This is high quality stuff here. So then he wakes up and he tries to bite her. Ah, stay away! He tried to bite me. Is that me? I spoke human words. How? That's a good question. Then these are my hands. What's this? Oh, it appears to be some kind of bracelet that says 09 on it. This was actually kind of based on, if you've seen the movie Girl Who Leapt Through Time. The idea is like she takes this, you know, futuristic device and charged it on her. It was like the back of her arm or something. And it leaves this number on you saying how many different time leaps you have till you run out. So it's basically like that. This is his switches between being human and being dog. So then Hide comes in, although we don't actually see him come in, we just flap to him being there. Oh, you're awake. And he's like, who are you? Get away. It's okay. We can take you home if you want. Home? That's right. Nori-chan is waiting for me. I had like the little parts of his hair act like ears. That's how you get the furry audience, man. You just gotta make one of their hairs look like ears. Human, you have to take me back. Nori-chan is still there. Sure. Can you stand? Stand with 2 feet. Ah, it's too hard. Okay, don't push yourself. You see, at this point, I'm thinking they just think that like some kind of trauma happened to this guy. Maybe he got beat up and just thrown into the cold forest without his clothes. They should probably be asking questions. And then she cooks for them. It's done, but don't expect me to always cook for you. Now, a lot of you might be asking, what is this food? Good question. I don't know. Is it mashed potatoes with gravy? Is it rice with barbecue sauce on the top? And he's like, this is for me? I can eat it? And they're like, yeah, go ahead. And he goes, thank you. I think this is like the idea of when he actually starts trusting the 2 people just because they gave him food. Classic dog logic. Okay, you give me food, we friend now. They're leaving and he's like, car ride. Must have hit his head or something. Let's just take him to his family. Oh, the slapstick comedy. Oh, I caught a mistake. I forgot to shade in his hair. How could I have missed such a crucial detail? As he's running, he's got these really extreme flashbacks. I shouldn't have left her alone. After everything that happened, she must be really scared. And then he finds his ripped up collar. Oh, I ripped the present Nori-chan got me. She's gonna be upset. But where is she? And then, oh no! Council of Werewolves have come back! The pet has returned. How fitting for a lapdog to be in its precious human form. What does that mean? What does that mean? I think what I was going for is like, oh, well, you love humans so much, now you get to be one. You would be a disgraceful addition to our family, but we're glad you returned to us. Attacking prey while they're asleep is against our beliefs, and the children are quite hungry these days. Aw, the werewolves are just trying to feed their family, guys. They're not that bad. 2 humans coming to the rescue. What are you doing? Move! Are those wolves? You guys, pay attention. We'll show you the glory of the wolf hunt. No! He's like, what do? I don't know how to fight in this body. I can barely even walk with these legs. I'm useless right now. If I could just switch back. Got the hoodie on. Maybe that's a little bit cute. Tani! Oh, is that her name? Tani? That's what I called her? It's a stupid ass name. Tani, let's go. And he like kicks a wolf right in the face. We gotta get back to the car. But that dog. So they like saw him switch. Obviously gonna get fucked up by these guys. He couldn't even take on 1 werewolf. But that's when I had the funny idea of, Hey, what if they just ran over these dogs with their car? Hidetsugu, that's his full name? That's even worse than Tani. He's bleeding. What do I do? Don't worry, I'm coming. I got a first aid kit. He's gonna be fine. This dog and that boy we saved, they're the same person. He's like wrapping it up. He doesn't even take the hoodie off. He just wraps it up over the hoodie. You know, I wouldn't be going through all this trouble if I thought this was just a dog. So cold, he tried to save us. Yeah, fuck this guy. First I'm making fun of her for being a bitch. Then he just throws out that line. He's like, I wouldn't be saving this if this was just a dog. How does his pants come back? He's not wearing any pants. I mean, not that I think that his pants shouldn't come back. Human, I'm sorry I tried to bite you before. You guys are really nice. Oh yeah, I forgot. I decided to like add color somewhere in this book. Just for the sake of, oh well, black and white stories are dumb. So I'm just gonna randomly add color. She probably left a while ago. Sorry, I don't know where she could be, or if she lives close. But you can stay with me until you find a place. Thanks, but I don't need to find another place. I'm going to find her wherever she is. Wraps the remains of his collar around his wrist where his switches are. And then I think we enter montage scene. Him living with Hide. Hiro and Hide living together. What kind of craziness will happen of a dog in a human form living with someone? Listen, I don't know a lot about dogs, so I want you to act like a human. This guy's pretty funny. I take it back. This guy's kind of funny. Don't bother me when I'm working or in my room, okay? Got it. He don't got it. Hey, Hide-kun, so how's living with Hiro been? He's driving me crazy. Keeps chewing up my shoes. He makes a mess in the kitchen. He doesn't understand how to use the bathroom. He doesn't understand how to use clothes. It's a nightmare. The worst part is, he won't leave me alone. He follows me everywhere. He's here right now! Hide, just because he turned into a human doesn't mean he knows how to act like one. He only knows dog behaviors. Smacks him with a newspaper. He was trained as a dog, so we'll train him as a human. Okay, I get it. Then we'll start tomorrow. Of course, Hiro wants to sleep with him, and he's like, no, get out, Hiro. Some of you might be wondering, where the heck are Hide's parents during all of this? No worries, they are somewhere vaguely working overseas. I mean, I don't actually remember if he says, like, where his parents are, but I'm sure that's the reason. That's always the reason why the parents aren't around the kid. They're working overseas. Hide-chan, open the door, I want to sleep with you. No, I told you to sleep in my dad's room. I don't want to sleep in that big room all alone. I want to sleep with you. This is another behavior that reminds me of my dog. Baby boy is such a pain in the ass. He has such abandonment issues. If you go to another room without him, he'll cry because he's like, where did you go? I wanted to be with you. And yeah, just sleeps outside of the door because he doesn't want to be alone. Covers him with a blanket so that we know that he's not that bad of a character. It's like such a classic trope of a character who's mean to just like cover a blanket over a character while they're sleeping so that you know that he's got a soft side. It's like, oh, blanket, totally redeemed. All right, guys, I'm cringing a little bit too much here. We got through 3 chapters of this, and I think I'm gonna have to end here. So that, ladies and gentlemen, has been 10 switches. We didn't even get to the part where he actually meets up with Nori and then the romance part begins. That's when it's gonna get really good. But I don't want to make this video too long, so I think I'll just like divide this reading into parts. But I don't think it's too long of a story. I mean, 16? That's not too bad. But anyway, I hope you got some entertainment out of my extremely awful furry romance webtoon. If you did, like the video, tell me what you think down below in the comments. Definitely tell me if you believe that already. Is this an 8-star to you? I don't think that this is an 8-star comic. Like I've said a million times before, this is webtoons we're talking about. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.